Today is Valentine's Day, and I imagine most of you have relationships. If not, that's understandable. I've been married to my 5th husband, George, for 2 years, and it's been the worst decision of my life. As you may have guessed, I am an expert on love, a karate master who has been through 4 divorces. So I find that the only way to share my 36 years of loving is to guide the youngsters on their own spiritual quest to find or fix their love. I'll answer a few questions from those troubled souls who need advice from their old Aunt Vicki and hope they take my advice to heart. The first question comes from one Matthew N. Dear Vicki, my girlfriend's been dropping hints that she wants something for Valentine's Day. How do I figure out what to get her? I'll tell you what I told my second husband after I had an affair with him. Communication is key. You gotta talk to your girlfriend and ask her this exact question. What do you want for your birthday? You may be thinking, Vicki, that's the worst advice I ever heard. Why would I ask her birthday on Valentine's? The first answer to that is to never question my advice ever again. The second is that I have a reason for the whole birthday thing. She won't suspect that you're getting her something for Valentine's Day. You'll know exactly what to get her, and you'll have ideas for her actual birthday. Or you can just get her a giant stuffed bear. Girls love giant stuffed bears. The second question is from Alyssa T. Dear Vicki Valentine, my relationship doesn't have the same spark of love that it used to have. What can I do to bring life back into it? Now, I'm well acquainted with losing the spark of love that this question is talking about. Every single time it happened, I had one common mistake that I think a lot of people make. I believed that the relationship was still salvageable. It took me 2 weeks to realize that it just wasn't working out with my first husband, Gilbert. So you gotta cut them off ASAP. Fixing the relationship is basically impossible at the 2-week mark. So I don't think your partner's gonna hate you too much if you just state outright that you don't want to date them anymore after like 3 minutes of lacking the spark of love. Next up, third question is from an Emmett C. Dear Vicki Valentine, my boyfriend is always like, wanna play some video games? Oh, those darn video games. And hey, can we go on a date? And can we do something for once? He constantly bothers me about it. What do I do? My answer to this is simple. Just ignore him. If he wants your attention, he's gotta work for it. And begging someone for their attention ain't gonna cut it, sweetie. My 59th boyfriend was exactly like this, and that's why I dumped him like hot trash. Lastly, the fourth question is from Mackenzie T. Dear Vicki Valentine, my wedding is next week, and I have never been so anxious in my life. What would you recommend to calm down and get ready for that big day? I was told by an old friend of mine that in order to release stress in life, I had to do one of 2 things. Get rid of the source of my anxiety or buy her essential oils. You may not know an essential oil seller, so that leaves only one option for you. Cancel the wedding and just hope that you two are both fine with being engaged forever. Alternatively, you could just hire something to pretend to be you for the wedding and just not show up. Everybody loves the age-old tradition of wife doppelganging. Anyways, I hope all this gabbing has helped somebody out there. Valentine's Day can be very chaotic and crazy. So I always try and help people figure out that mess with my spectacular advice. Even if none of this applies to you, always remember that Valentine's Day is about one thing. The gifts you get. Love is just a bonus or whatever. Now get back to Now back to harassing George about watching too many sports.